Hello, welcome to Đồng Nai Radio and Television Station. Here comes the news today. Power Plan number 8 is a highly systematic national electricity development infrastructure plan closely linked with other sector plans such as coal, oil and gas, resource use, environment, energy regeneration, transport, socio-economic and urban space. The Ministry of Industry and Trade continued to hold the second workshop on Power Plan 8, in which focused on collecting comments on transmission grid planning. Recent results show that electricity transmission trends will have many changes in the coming time. Instead of transmitting electricity from the north to the south as before, the transmission direction tends to change gradually in the opposite direction. In addition, the government has had a specific policy on importing electricity from countries in the region. Many memorandums of understanding have been signed between Vietnam and neighboring countries on the possibility of importing electricity until 2030. However, the process of importing electricity has not achieved the expected results, affecting the grid connection. Therefore, in this project, the grid connection issue has been thoroughly studied and proposed by the Ministry of Industry and Trade to implement solutions to realize the government's grid connection policies. The Ministry of Industry and Trade affirms that it will listen to and absorb comments to soon complete the project with the best quality before reporting to the government in the coming time. Currently, the U.S. has opened the market for 6 types of Vietnamese fruits, including dragon fruit, longan, breast milk, lychee, mango, and rambutan. It is expected that by the end of this year, there will be a 7th type of green grapefruit. No later than next December, the Plant Protection Department will, together with the U.S. Plant and Animal Quarantine Department, will open the door for Vietnamese green grapefruits to enter the U.S. market and vice versa. U.S. grapefruit will enter the Vietnamese market. Currently, the technical stages are almost completed. The two sides will take more steps to agree to export these 2 fruits to the markets of the 2 countries. People entering Ho Chi Minh City to work for more than 14 days will focus on isolation for 6 days. This is a request from the Municipal Center for Disease Control to combat COVID-19. Accordingly, these people can be isolated at hotels or places allowed by the city. If the test is negative, continue with home isolation for the full 14 days. As for those who enter and work less than 14 days, they will be quarantined but are not allowed to move according to the declared schedule. Foreigners who come to Vietnam to work for a short time will perform isolation, test for the first time, take samples every 2 days during their stay in Vietnam, take samples 1 day before leaving Vietnam or as soon as possible when they have suspicious symptoms. The European Union (EU) and the UK started the 9th and final round of Brexit negotiation on Tuesday, hoping to unblock some important aspects of the future relationship between the UK and the EU. The 4-day talks will focus on the main remaining obstacles, such as fair competition or fishing. Mr. Michel Barnier, EU negotiator chief, and UK counterpart David Frost will follow closely the discussion. Earlier, members of the Joint Commission on the implementation of the agreement for the UK's withdrawal from the EU met yesterday, in which the European Commission Vice President Maros Sefcovic asked London to withdraw the draft law in which the intention to amend the stop point clause to avoid the hard border re-establishment between the Republic of Ireland and Northern Ireland. Currently, London refuses to withdraw the bill. West African states are not ready to lift sanctions on Mali because the leaders of 18 coups have not yet satisfied all the demands for a handover of power to a fully civilian government, Nigeria's president said on Monday. The Economic Community of West African Nations, ECOWAS, said it would lift sanctions when a civilian prime minister was appointed and certain requirements were met. The Malian military government chose Batno, former defense minister, and Mokhtar Owan, a veteran diplomat, as president and prime minister. However, during a meeting with the President of Nigeria, Mr. Jonathan Goodluck, a special envoy of ECOWAS in Mali, said that there were still gray areas to discuss. According to the special envoy, the military leaders are yet to satisfy ECOWAS' demand of a full civilian as vice president and what his roles would be in government, a statement after the meeting said. That's all for the news today. Thank you for joining us and goodbye.